These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Chilling crime cases are mysterious, but finding coverage shouldn't be. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options and can personalize your plan to help create an affordable price so you can get back to cracking all of life's bigger cases. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Head to statefarm.com to get a quote. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest. It's time to achieve your financial ambitions. Earn more on your savings with a SoFi Bank high-yield savings account. Ditch your high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. Or start investing on an easy-to-use platform with SoFi Invest. Wherever you are on your financial journey, SoFi's got you covered. Learn more at SoFi.com/SXM.
Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid.
It's Morbid.
It's a special listener tale.
It's a special listener
It's a special listener tales. Brought to you, by you, for you, from you, and all about you.
I'm always impressed that you remember how to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not that hard. Thank you.
And not because I think it would be hard for you, is because I think it would be hard for me.
I know what you really meant. I knew the underlying message there.
I know that you were just being mean.
I know that you were being a fucking hoe. LOL. This is actually like special edition of Listener Tales.
Like actually special.
It's got a theme.
But
they're all special. Yeah. This has got a theme. It is the worst roommate ever edition because we got to partner with Blumhouse, which is really fucking cool.
We fucking love Blumhouse.
Yeah, we've been working on like a couple of different things with them. I don't know if you guys remember. We got those like screeners for Imaginary. We posted those a couple months ago. And now we got to get a screener for the new season of Worst Roommate Ever. It premieres globally on June 26, 2024. But we got to see a little tidbit and it's so fucking good.
It's so different from other, like, it's not like, not that I'm like disparaging true crime shows, but it's like, it's a unique take on on like true crimey, just strange, unusual, unsettling kind of roommate situations.
Yes.
And they never go where you think they're going to go.
No, because we were all sitting here watching one and I was like all of us were like, no, like that's not going to happen. And then we were like, oh, that very much happened.
Not only did that happen, but 6 other things happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
45 different things.
And the way they do it is fun because they do it, it's like a mix of, you know, the interviews, like the talking head interviews, some like real footage, and they also do these like animations.
Yeah, which I thought were really
hokey.
fun.
They're like fun animations that actually like show you what happened as they're explaining what happened.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's a little bit different. So the new season, like I said, it's premiering globally on June 26th, and there are 4 new episodes, 60 minutes each, and you guys should really fucking go watch them because this show goes crazy.
It
like
does
Caleb
go crazy.
Would say.
As Caleb would say,
The show
shit
goes crazy. I love a weekend just like cozying up on the fucking couch and watching some kind of docuseries like this.
Yeah.
And this is perfect.
I love a docuseries.
And 4 60-minute episodes.
Let's go.
That's my day, bitch. Let's go.
That's my day, bitch.
That's my day.
Oh, man.
That's my weekend day.
It's my weekend.
My weekend. All right. So because we are, really excited about the new season of Worst Roommate Ever, we collected some Worst Roommate Ever listener tales from you guys.
Hell yeah. And some of them, they're not just like,
run of the mill
physical roommates. Some of them are roommates from beyond. Some of them, I think there's like one in here that got thrown in here just because it mentioned roommates and I liked it.
Fair enough. What a simple reason.
Wouldn't be our show without it being a little off. Just a little bit. Just a little off.
Because I liked it.
And the person that her and her husband or I can't remember, we'll get to it. Her and her person are Ghost fans. So I think it drew me in.
That's the reason that you picked it.
And they seem so sweet.
That's the reason. Do you want to start?
Let's start.
Do you want to?
I do. I want to start. I want to start.
It's like that Alaska song. You specifically.
So this one is called... Let us see. It's called My College Experience of Witchcraft and Attempted Murder.
That's different from my college experience.
It is a little different.
A little bit.
It's a little different.
Moderately.
Witchcraft and murder.
Witchcraft was there. Murder was not.
So this one says, "Hi, Ash and Alaina. Here are 2 tales from my whack-ass college experience. The first story is very witchy, and the second is very true crimey. I awkwardly timed myself reading it out loud, and it took about 7 minutes. I will shit myself with glee if this ever gets told on the show. My birthday's in a few days, the day after Ashes. This is like very recent.
Oh, shit. Wait, so this is going to come out on your birth month, technically.
So happy birth month.
Birthday, Gemini.
Yeah.
Gemini Quinn.
And being on a Listener Tales episode would be the greatest gift. Happy
birthday, sister.
With spookiness. I don't know if I can say your name, so hold on.
Yep, you can.
Yep, I can. Hannah.
Hannah.
It says, "Hi, y'all. I'm Hannah. Feel free to use my name for this. However, I will be changing all other names since some of the key players are complete cunt buckets and would not be pleased to hear their real names in this story."
Cunt buckets is a great insult.
Buckets. Before we get into it, I need to do the obligatory gushing and tell y'all what a bright light you are in my life. That's such a kind thing to say.
I know, that's very nice.
I'm a bodybuilder girl. Yes, get it.
That's cool.
And you've kept me company for every long cardio session, heavy lift, and meal of dry-ass chicken and broccoli.
Oh, baby.
Baby.
Chicken and broccolini.
I always feel like I'm surrounded by friends while listening, and getting a new episode feels like Christmas morning every time.
Aww.
Okay, on to the witchcraft. To set the scene, I was a college freshman 8 hours from home at a school where I didn't know a single soul. Wow. Now I'm about the least woo person I've ever met. I'm a math major, and everything I do requires complete rationality and rigorous proof. But this place is pretty spooky and seems to bring out the worst in people.
I love
Nestled
that.
in the heart of a bustling city, it's a tiny fenced-in campus built in the mid-1800s. It feels like entering a different world when you walk in. One second you're walking across the street trying not to get hit by assholes in lifted pickup trucks blaring Blake Shelton. Wow. The description. And next you're staring at Hogwarts-esque buildings complete with stained glass and gargoyles.
Pretty.
I would live there. Not the first part, the second part.
I was like, would you?
This first story is of my best friend's experience getting randomly assigned a roommate who happened to be a kinky witch.
A kinky witch.
We'll call my best friend Ella. I love that name.
Pretty.
And the roommate, Molly. Molly was a bit of a character right from the jump. On move-in day, she unpacked about 100 crystals, numerous incenses, and witchy herbs, books on magic, you know the vibe, which is like, that's a good vibe.
I sure do.
Hell yeah. I sure do.
I sure know
love
that fucking vibe.
She also unpacked a bunch of outfits that looked like a cross between Halloween costumes and stuff you'd see in a serial killer's favorite detective magazine. Interessante. She promptly informed Ella that she would need lots of alone time and space to film porn for Twitter.
All right.
And she says, which live your life, girl, but maybe not in a college dorm. Like, I feel that.
Keep it to your room, and I don't care.
Yeah, honestly, it's like, whatever.
Keep it in your room. Don't do it on the couch. That's not.
That's a tough accommodation, though.
Yeah.
To have a roommate you don't know while doing that. That's a little tough.
That is a hard accommodation.
Yeah. But again, live your life. Ella tried to be accommodating and spent as much time outside of their room as possible. But tensions quickly rose, which of course it is. They're in college too.
Because also I'm thinking of like when I used to go visit my friends like in their like third or fourth years of college when they had like a house or like an apartment. This is one room. Yeah,
like this is a dorm.
That's a little.
Tensions quickly rose when Ella re-entered the room to Molly filming titties flying in the wind in a maid costume with clamps on her nips.
Go crazy.
I mean, girl, get it.
That's a bonding experience.
I was just going to say, honestly, I'd be like, did we just become best friends? Because, like, I don't know how we go any further than that.
I'd be like, I think you should change your part, put these shoes on, and it will up the views.
And then just be like, carry on, and then just leave.
Do you want a coffee?
Just step out. Goodbye.
It's like Amy Poehler and me goes, you guys need anything? Some snacks, a condom? Oh, God love you.
God love you. You keep me young. I love you so much. And then just leave. Bye. Things finally, and you know what it is? I have no idea what happens here, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like this is one of those things where she's like, okay, this is what I do. And you have to sit down and you just set boundaries for each other.
Or honestly, like make a schedule. Yeah, definitely boundaries.
Set some boundaries.
Also boundaries.
Set some schedules.
Yeah, and it could work.
Talk it through. Talk it all through. Really get it out in the open. Communication is key.
That's the
with
thing.
This kind of thing.
And my whole motto is like live and let live. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Like do your kinky witch shit. That's fucking awesome. But like
that's how
do
I
it
feel.
Between the hours of 10 and 12 so that I can come
So I can just have something
else
to do during that time.
Right. Like I respect your need to do that.
Because as I growing in life, I think you get to a point where you're just like, just let people do shit that makes them happy as 100%. Long as it's not hurting you. And it's like, so, but this is a difficult situation. Like, it's not like I've ever been in this situation, and I can't tell you how I would totally react. But, I feel like this could have gone smoother.
Yeah, we'll see.
Things finally boiled over when Molly left a handful of sex toys and a Tupperware of murky water in the microwave.
I understand why that would be deeply upsetting.
This is where boundaries come in.
If you're going to put your sex toys in the microwave, you know what? Go for it, baby. Not the microwave that we share.
Yeah, not my microwave. No way.
Not now, not never.
Not now, not never.
That's some kind of horrific thing waiting to happen.
This is what we call a boundary cross. Yeah. Okay, you've crossed that boundary that I didn't think I had to put in place, to be quite honest.
That's not okay.
I didn't think that was one I had to clearly state. And Ella got the RA to kick her out of the room.
Oh, she's a witch, baby.
Yeah, as she packed up, she informed Ella that she had hexed her and should expect unfortunate events to come her way.
Cool of her to be upfront about it.
But also
I'm kidding.
Not cool, because I'm like, you're hexing someone?
I'm very kidding.
That's not good witch behavior.
But you know what? Cool of her to say.
Cool of her to
beat your tubs.
Yeah. She's like, just letting you know when shit falls apart.
That was me, girl.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, this is bad. This is getting bad really fast.
This is not going to be great. Within the first week of freedom from Molly, Ella contracted the Rona.
Oh, no.
She didn't attribute this to the hex since it was 2021 and getting sick at college seemed inevitable.
True.
However, she quickly declined to the point of needing hospitalization and was nearly put on a ventilator.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. Mind you, Ella was a champion cross-country runner in perfect health with no pre-existing conditions.
Holy shit.
As soon as Ella recovered and returned to school, she tore her ACL just walking.
What?
Just walking.
Holy shit.
The doctors couldn't explain how it happened. She hadn't even fallen.
Thank God.
While recovering from surgery, Ella fell down the stairs and suffered a brain bleed.
What?
I can't even name all of the misfortunes that have befallen her. Since the initial hexing, Ella has also become deaf in one ear, needed surgery on her other leg, had multiple cardiac events, and more.
This got so real so fast. Oh my God.
I don't know what that bitch and her herbs were up to other than sexy nurse roleplay, but I seriously can't explain how Ella's health could decline so quickly and in so many ways. Moral of the story, if your sexually and spiritually adventurous roommate leaves sex toys in the microwave, don't fucks with them.
Just get a new microwave.
Just don't fucks with that. Get your own microwave.
I hope Ella's okay.
I know, jeez.
And honestly, I'm of the mindset that whatever you get back, whatever you put out comes back 3 times 3.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm not
believe in
saying
karma.
like I'm saying everything that's happening to Ella, like if that is the roommate that is causing all
gonna
that to
go back to
happen,
her.
it's coming back.
Yeah, I believe in karma.
I don't do hex magic.
No way. Now, I have one more story from the depths of my personal hell, aka freshman year. So without further ado, here's the time my roommate confessed to a heinous crime to me, and then possibly tried to kill me.
Oh, great.
One Friday night, I opened my bathroom door to find my roommate, let's call her Sophie, sobbing pantsless in the bathtub with a mostly empty bottle of Pink Whitney next to her. I don't even know what that is.
Pink Whitney.
Yeah.
It's like a pink lemonade kind of alcohol.
Oh.
No, it's incredible.
Oh,
I don't know that I would feel that same way
dry
now.
heaved.
I'm 28 years old, but back in the day,
so sweet.
it is.
Oh.
I used to love Pink Whitney.
I've never even heard of that. That's wild.
Really?
Never seen that.
Huh, that's funny.
That's crazy.
Do you not like lemonade?
No, I do, but just I don't like sweet alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Like that is not.
Are you like a take my whiskey?
Yeah, pretty much
kind of girl?
That's exactly.
Could never be me, baby.
It's that I like because I'm not really a drinker anyways.
Yeah.
I just don't and it's just because I genuinely don't enjoy the taste of alcohol.
Yeah.
I just don't. Or the
That's
feeling
fair.
of it after I get a headache.
I heard that.
But if I was going to drink something, I wouldn't now because I think it would literally put me on my ass.
Yeah.
I like a dirty martini because I like an olive-y.
Damn.
Like I like that savory.
A
and
dirty
olive-y.
martini will literally fuck me right
It
up.
would kill me.
Yeah.
Now. I think I'd be gone. Like
Yeah.
I would take 3 sips and probably be like, whoop, I'm out.
I did martinis on the cruise with my mother.
But when I was like younger,
that was last year for me, and I was feeling woozy oozy.
I'm like fucking Rupert Giles of teenage drinking. Over here with a dirty martini.
I love it. I just picture like
With a
19-year-old you with just sipping on a fucking scotch or like twirling your dirty martini.
That's literally.
I was just reckless and did shots of Fireball and then like fell downstairs. It was a lot.
But yeah, I'm definitely not a super sweet alcohol person.
Yeah. Pink Whitney was fucking good.
The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. Quince makes it easy to create a summer wardrobe that you'll love, with elevated essentials made from premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, and washable silk, without the traditional retail markup. I love that! Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces that you absolutely will reach for all summer long. I absolutely love their linen. I have so many pairs of their linen pants, which you can dress up or you can dress down in the summer. Like, say you're going to a nice dinner, you can pair it with like a silk shirt, a really cute necklace, some good, makeup and an updo. Or if you're just looking for a more casual look, you can do the linen pants with like a loose button-up shirt and you still look really chic, kind of like, I don't know, Diane Keaton vibes, I kind of think. Also, it's not just apparel. Quince also offers elevated essentials for your home, from bedding and bath to kitchen essentials and furniture. They have it all, honey. I am a big lover of Quince, and I really do think you will be too. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/morbid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/morbid for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/morbid. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
But it says, my first thought was, yeah, this seems pretty college.
It does.
So I tried to back away slowly, as if confronted by a wild animal. I figured if she was Winnie the Poohing it drunk in the bathtub with no pants, she probably wanted to be left alone. But before I could shut the door, she called my name. I'd be like, fuck.
Au contraire.
Even though I had an uneasy feeling and my gut was telling me, as Ash would say, my Uber was there.
Yeah, girly.
Me and my half-baked prefrontal cortex reluctantly got closer and perched on the edge of the bathtub.
Oh.
Then she said something I'll never be able to scrub from my brain. I won't get into the details because it would require about 10 different trigger warnings, but it was heinous enough to make me nauseous and should have landed her in prison.
Oh my God.
Whoa. After spilling her rancid asparagus piss-flavored guts to me, she had the audacity to ask, "You don't think I'm a bad person, right?"
Oh, God.
Now, this is the part of the story where, looking back, I'm screaming at myself to just appease her and figure out what to do later. But in that moment, I let out an involuntary, uncomfortable laugh and said, "What the fuck, Sophie?" Then I just left.
Oh, no.
My abject shock and horror certainly gave her the impression that I probably wasn't going to stay quiet.
What did she admit to you? Can we get a postscript?
I know, I'm dying to know.
We'll leave it to ourselves.
Before we get to what she did next, I do want to say that figuring out what to do with this information was probably the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I hate that it was put on you.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Did not. I knew the victim, and I reached out to them to offer support. I told them that I'd be more than willing to testify at any kind of trial, but they informed me that they wouldn't be reporting the crime or pressing charges. They just wanted to move on and try to forget about what had happened.
Oh, God.
If I reported it, I would be forcing them to relive the events of that night against their will, and I couldn't do that to them. I think that is a very difficult decision. I think you made the best decision you could have in that moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Instead, I anonymously reported her to campus police force so she would at least be on their radar. That was smart.
Yeah.
I still grapple with this decision and hope I did enough.
It sounds like you did.
Now back to the story. A few tense days passed where I could feel her watching my every move. I assumed that she would eventually chill out since nobody came knocking down our door to arrest her, but I was very, very wrong. The next Saturday, I absentmindedly told her I'd be out with my boyfriend for a few hours, and she told me she was going to do some cleaning. I returned that afternoon and opened the door to our room like I had a million times before. Note that these doors are heavy and slam behind you as soon as you let go of them, and ours had a janky handle that made it hard to reopen. As soon as I opened the door, I was assaulted by the harshest chemical smell that I have ever graced my nostrils. It was like dunking my head in a mop bucket from Chernobyl.
Jesus.
Damn.
You're a really good writer. I like your metaphors.
I like your metaphors. I managed to catch the door before it shut behind me and stepped back into the hallway coughing. I propped the door open with my bag to let the room air out and then noped the fuck out of the building. After getting about an hour of fresh air and calling my boyfriend, we donned masks and went back in to investigate. The smell was still painfully strong, but we were able to survey the room for a minute before it was too much to bear. The door to our bathroom was locked. The windows were shut and latched. There were empty bottles scattered across the floor, bleach, window cleaner, nail polish remover, rubbing alcohol, and more.
The fuck? She making like mustard gas?
Yeah, what the fuck? I hadn't yet told my boyfriend about Sophie's confession, but I figured now was a good time to explain the situation. After giving him a brief overview without the gnarly details, he told me to call the campus police immediately. The campus police got me moved out of that room and into a new one the same day. I was asked if she had any reason to try to harm me, and I held my tongue since I didn't want to mention the victim's name. Instead, I told them that there was some drama between us, which was the understatement of the century. They were at the door to intercept Sophie when she returned that night. She innocently told them that she was just cleaning, and her poor blonde self didn't know that mixing chemicals was dangerous.
Oh, God.
In fact, she said it was my fault for spilling a milkshake on the floor and leaving it for her to clean up. This is a strange explanation for two reasons. One, I pride myself on being a very clean person and would never leave a mess for someone else. Two, I'm a bodybuilder on a meal plan that most certainly and unfortunately doesn't have any room for milkshakes.
Oh.
However, the campus police chalked the whole situation up to teenage girl drama and sent us on our separate ways.
Yeah, that checks.
Weeks later, I filed a no-contact order against her, which prompted the campus police to call us in for separate interviews. She was asked to turn over her phone, which the brazen bitch did voluntarily. I guess she thought it was just a formality and they wouldn't actually look at anything. In a private tab that was still open, she had searched what happens when you mix acetone and bleach.
The fuck?
She claimed that she had searched this after the fact to try to figure out what had happened, but I'm fairly certain the crafty cunt looked it up before to ensure she made something dangerous. Either way, the campus police are about as useless as the LAPD, and Ward has invested enough to question her explanation. At the end of the day, I got my no contact order, and she got to continue living her life without any consequences. I hope karma is real and one day people see her for the wet sock she is. That's a great way to describe someone. Well, that's all I have for you lovely ladies. Keep it weird, but not so weird that you take it away, Ash.
That's so weird that you leave your sex toys in a microwave for another person and hex them with all these life-altering problems, and not so weird that you create mustard gas in your dorm room to try to kill your dorm mate when she can't even have a milkshake.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Much love, Hannah says.
Thanks, Hannah. That was fucking wild and insane.
Hannah's absolutely stunning.
Literally gorge.
Absolutely stunning. And so is your baby child, Arlo.
I love your baby child.
Your baby child. And is this you and your person? Because you're both beautiful together.
Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, it is.
You're gorgeous. And
Literally
you're hilarious.
gorge.
And you're a great writer, Hannah.
You really are.
And happy birth month.
When you said something, happy birth month. When you said something about asparagus piss, I was like, I have to go now.
Rancid asparagus, pissed, scented guts, essentially. Like, that's everything.
Everything in the world.
Everything.
All right. My next one is myopic spooky dookie listener tale.
Spooky dookie.
Listener tale. Let me see. I can't say your name. It says, hello, weirdos. My name is Sam. My wife turned me on to you guys, and I'm now an avid listener.
Hell yeah.
I own a construction company, and I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Look at you.
So a hero. Let's just say people who get into my truck often look at me sideways when they see me giggling to you guys talking about bad bitch vibes and, or no, bad bitches, vibes, Gemini season, etc. That's me.
Like, that's actually
You're
me.
welcome, Sam. We hail from the land of Wawa hoagies and cheesesteaks, Philadelphia.
Oh, damn.
That sounds great. Though I do have a strong connection to you New Englanders. My maternal grandmother's family were the Bunkers of Bunker Hill fame.
Shit.
Damn.
Damn, Sam.
That's crazy. I'm going to start saying that to everyone.
Damn,
not
Sam.
even named Sam. Consider that my new catchphrase.
I love that. Damn, Sam.
Fun fact, the famous battle actually happened on nearby Breeds Hill. Additionally, my great-grandmother lived in Brewster out on the Cape in a house that we still have.
Oh my God, Sam.
And this is where I've spent every ounce of my free time ever since. I can normally be found on Cape Cod in my little Boston whaler, chasing stripers and pulling spider crabs out of my lobster pots.
That's the most New England shit I've ever heard.
I love that. You should just stay here.
That was you are in New England. What are you doing in Philadelphia?
They do have good cheesesteaks.
Get out of there.
And I heard hoagies are like incredible.
Get out of there.
Yeah, but come on. Now, with that out of the way, here's my listener tale. I grew up in an old farmhouse outside of Philly, built sometime around 1740. It was a pretty cool place to live, especially for a nerdy kid obsessed with all things historical. Emphasis on the nerdy, Harry Potter-style glasses, ill-fitting clothing, the works. The house was steeped in urban legends, which included the lady of the house launching her dinner at a British officer during the Revolution, a stop on the Underground Railroad, and a storage place for bootleggers during Prohibition.
Holy shit.
The last one we know is true. We met the bootlegger.
Oh.
But there was one problem with the house. We had to share it.
Oh.
There were 3 bedrooms in our house. My parents and my little sister on one side of the second floor. And I was down the hall on the other side. Not a huge distance, but I was certainly a bit on my own. I don't know how old I was when I started noticing things happening, but I was pretty young. And by the time I was in elementary school, I knew I was the main target of something. One could always hear footsteps throughout the house, which my parents chalked up to the house being old. I think not.
I think not.
I think not. To ease my anxiety, my parents would let me keep the nearby bathroom light on as sort of a nightlight. In hindsight, this was a fucking horrible idea. Human shadows would frequently walk by my room, only visible because of the yellow light cascading out of the bathroom. This wouldn't be a problem if they were attached to an actual fucking human.
Oof.
They would always appear to be walking into the bathroom, but I never remember seeing them leave. I get the feeling I was haunted by someone with IBS.
I was literally just gonna say, did these ghosts have IBS? Were they preparing for a colonoscopy?
Or was there a portal in your bathroom? The toilet's actually a portal.
Oh, no.
Doors would open at random, and the footsteps always seemed to lead to and end in my room.
Oh.
To add insult to injury, it seemed as though I was the only one experiencing these events. So every event was chalked up to a draft or my overactive imagination.
Oh, that sucks.
That really does. One event really stands out in my mind. Little nerdy Sam was in the bathtub minding his own little nerdy business. The rest of the fam was downstairs getting dinner ready or something. At this point, I'm washing my hair, or more likely seeing how long I can hold my breath underwater. So my glasses are set to the side of the tub. Let's just say I'm fairly blind and in a vulnerable state. At this moment, I hear the door latch and the fucking door swings open. My blind ass shoots up to see who just interrupted my sacred tubby time.
It's tubby time.
And no one is standing there. I know I wasn't being pranked because this is a house in which no one can sneak around without being heard. I learned this as a teenager, trying to sneak out. But I digress. At this point, I just dropped a myopic spooky dookie right there in the tub. My blood runs cold and I'm frozen. What do? Do I jump up and yeet right the fuck out of there? No, I'll be forced to run by whatever it was that interrupted my formerly peaceful tub time. It was at this moment I knew I had to summon all my courage to do what needed to be done. I filled my lungs and pitifully called, "Mom!" Yeah.
I did what needed to be done.
Yeah, I wasn't very brave in that moment, but hey, I was like 6 or 7 years old.
You're a baby.
Naked, and definitely in no condition to be taking on any supernatural juggaloons. Mom, this is great. Mom came, and the cold seemed to leave the room. Spooky dookie crisis averted. I moved to showers, feeling I was a bit less vulnerable.
I moved to showers.
That's so sad. That was your last tubby.
I know.
The shadows, footsteps, and occasional moving door continued for a few more years. Needless to say, I was afraid of the dark a little longer than I should have been. Interestingly, when I was around 10, my parents put an addition on the house. Renovations. This moved their room closer to me, and when they moved into their new room, most of the spooky events at night stopped. You could still hear weird noises throughout the house, and you could certainly get the feeling of being watched on occasion. Not a pleasant feeling when you're trying your best to pull off some Netflix and chill. While I was still living at home, I had a few friends get creeped out and leave while alone for any period of time in the house. Fast forward about a decade, and my parents were having some masonry work done out back. In walks this strange guy who looks like something out of a movie. Cowboy hat, shaggy hair full of beads. Wasn't sure if he was going to build something out of rocks or hold some kind of ceremony. As it turns out, it was kind of the latter.
Oh, wow, didn't see that coming.
Me either. As we got to talking, he made mention he married the daughter of a native medicine man and was somewhat knowledgeable of the supernatural. He said he often used diving rods to locate water and to communicate with the other side, quote unquote. My dad, ever the skeptic, challenged him to find the original well on the property, which he did without a problem.
Oh, damn.
He then asked if we had had any supernatural happenings. I chimed in with my experiences, and all of a sudden my parents chimed in with a few of their own.
Oh.
Apparently, when they first bought the house, it was in total disrepair, and they set out to renovate. Never a good idea in a haunted house. On one occasion, they put up some, what I'm assuming to be incredibly tacky wallpaper in the kitchen, as people did in the 1980s. Upon returning, they found all the new wallpaper on the ground, and it appeared to have aged by years.
I love that the ghosts were like, no.
Heinous.
No.
Ew. Clearly, these ghosties have some taste, and they said, not in my motherfucking house. Another event happened shortly after they installed a new boiler in the basement, and for no reason, it ruptured and flooded the old basement. I suppose in this case, they were envious of hot water and indoor heating.
Probably.
Another brief side note, this basement ceiling is completely charred from a fire in the 1800s. Still structurally sound, but very creepy to look at, especially with the old root cellar as a backdrop.
Oh, that's so spooky. You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible.
Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hills. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast. Do you remember in school when you just knew that your teacher had a favorite of everything? They would always use the same blue dry erase marker when they wrote on the board, or they would talk nonstop about their favorite element during science. I had a teacher once that literally had a favorite brand of marker. She would only write with specific markers, and if another marker ended up in her classroom, she was TO'd. And honestly, I was probably her favorite student because at the end of the year, I got her that specific brand of marker. Let's talk about their real favorite thing though, their favorite tissue brand. Kleenex. According to Teacher List, they are the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation, and now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go. I absolutely love Kleenex Snap and Go. It's so perfect to have that in your car. I had a cold last week and I was just... Honey, my nose was a faucet. I hate to do this to you, but it was disgusting. Drew literally came out of our garage with like 15 of the Kleenex Snap and Goes, and I put those in my glove compartment, and honey, they were easy access. It was so nice knowing that I didn't have to blow my nose into like an old wrapper that I had. Ew. So do the best thing for your kids' teachers and stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe it'll make them their teacher's favorite student. They definitely have a favorite. Don't even get me started because again, you know it was me. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex. Looping back to our shaggy white in-law to a native medicine man, he decides he wants to look around and see if he can communicate with these potential spirits. He starts shouting out instructions to our spectral roommates as to how they will be communicating. His little metal rod started moving with the questions he was asking. We soon deduced that we had 2 spirits living with us, a man and a woman with no relation to each other. They were not malevolent by any stretch, but they do have a seriously mischievous side.
I kind of love that.
They fessed up to the wallpaper incident 25 years prior. Then, as soon as it started, the rod stopped moving. I guess ghosts don't like playing 20 questions.
Who does?
Say what you will about medicine man or their in-laws or diving rods or whatever. Something was there. You could tell by how they moved. It wasn't like they just drifted together. There was something purposeful about it. Now I'm out on my own with my own beautiful family in my own house, sans spooky roommates.
Aww.
I married a very beautiful woman. Nerds really do win in the end.
They really do, Sam.
My mom is now selling the old house, and I wonder what the next stewards of the house will experience from the mischievous duo that reside in the old halls. As long as they don't add any wallpaper, they should be fine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my long-winded version of my experiences in my childhood home. Sincerely, a much larger but still nerdy Sam who has since discovered contacts, fitting clothing, and hair products. P.S. Sorry the whole story doesn't revolve around a nearsighted scary poop. I just needed a good attention grabber. P.S.S. Still riding high on Super Bowl 52. 41-33. Suck it, Tom Brady. Big Dick Nick forever. I'm Philadelphian. Of course I'm an obnoxious football fan.
Philadelphians are obnoxious sports fans.
Are they really? I didn't know that.
Not knocking you, because we are also obnoxious sports fans. But like, Philadelphia's got us beat, I think. I'm obsessed with that story, Sam. I love you, and I love that you married a beautiful woman, and that you have a family of your own.
I love your IBS ghosts.
I love your IBS ghosts.
I love that they had taste and said, fuck this wallpaper.
I just really love that.
It's great.
That's great.
It's great.
You're wonderful, Sam.
Fantastic.
So this one's called The Roommate from Actual Hell and a Human Sacrifice. Whoa.
Just a little bit of everything.
Wowzers. Hold on. I'm going to copy and paste this into a place where I can zoom in.
Because you're old.
Because Mama needs new glasses.
But retweet.
And I just haven't made an eye appointment.
Do you re-X now instead of retweet?
I had no idea what you were just asking me at first. I was like, what is re-Xing?
But
I don't do any of it.
Yeah, I don't do any of that either.
So, that's where we are. Yeah. Because fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Ash and Alaina. I love the shit out of you guys. I love your damn podcast and seriously laugh myself shitless on a daily basis. During this weird-ass limbo we call quarantine and social distancing. Oh, wow, this is from years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I wander around and walk my doggo Jax, listening to you guys and chuckling the whole way, probably terrifying everyone around me who couldn't figure out I have Bluetooth headphones into thinking I'm clinically insane. To be fair, I do talk more to my dog than I do other humans these days, so who's to say that that's not true? My name is Lizzie, and you can use my name and any name I throw in here because I've already gone and changed the names I need to. Thank you for doing the Lord's work.
I know, that's really great of you.
Disclaimer, I'm a long-winded broad, so this email is a lengthy one. Sorry, not sorry.
I
Never
love
be sorry.
when people refer to themselves and
Broad.
just in general when people refer to other people as broads.
Oh, I love the term broad.
It's great.
Who's
so
this
gritty.
broad?
Who's this broad?
It feels very gritty.
I especially
like it.
love calling the girls broads.
Oh yeah, I love that.
It's funny.
Come on, you broads.
Come on,
Let's
you
go.
little broads.
I also love that my dad calls my mom Toots a lot in like the most endearing way. And
Come on,
I love it
Toots.
so much. He's like, all right, Toots, let's go.
And he
I
always
love it.
has. It's so cute. Because that's not like a typical pet name, I feel.
It's a very like of his time pet
It's
name.
either Toots or Calf.
Come on, Toots. Oh, I love it. So, anywho, I have a fun, spoopy story that's a whole hell of a lot funnier now than it was when it happened. But first, just a fun little fact. I was listening to one of the listener tales earlier today, and someone mentioned they love Matthew Gray Is it Gubler? Yeah. I always say it wrong.
I do too.
And fun fact, I know his family super well. Like his character, Spencer Reed, he grew up in Vegas like me, and his family went to the same church my family did. Whoa. Well, I've only ever seen him once or twice when I was young. My older sister, I shit you not, went on a few dates with his younger brother. And now that I'm older and have literally binge-watched Criminal Minds multiple times, I'm really pissed my dumbass sister didn't marry his brother, so I could have kind of been related to him. Boo, that whore. Also, his sister-in-law and his mom were frequently in charge of watching the children in church. So when I was young, I got to know them really well.
Isn't
That's
that
really
such a fun
interesting.
fact?
Yeah.
I love him.
So on to my crazy ass story. You know how when you first go to college, one typically rooms in the freshman dorms and you have no idea who your roommates are going to be? If they're going to be psychos or try to strangle you in your sleep? Yeah, my 18-year-old self was hella worried about that because I had just found out my best friend since 4th damn grade who had planned with me for years to go to the same school just told me she wasn't going to go to college with me because that shit's expensive. I didn't blame her, but we were going to be roomies and I was hella bummed that she wouldn't be with me. And also terrified I was going to have a crazy-ass roommate who, like, dealt drugs out of the apartment or something.
It's a fair concern.
Which, like, you don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So it's a legit concern of who you're going to be living with.
That's
It's
overwhelming.
A stranger. Well, it turns out I had nothing to worry about. All my roommates were wonderful, and we became best friends forever. The end. Haha, just kidding. That first year, I actually did luck out and had great roommates, except for that one dumbass shithead who has never had to be literally do anything for herself ever and couldn't figure out how to do the most basic adult things like how microwaves work or how to melt butter. Like, no joke. She almost blew up the apartment putting an entire ass metal pan in the microwave and pressing start. That's all in parentheses. I love that.
I hope you're not listening, but my little sister at like...
I hope you're listening.
I think like she had to be like 12, 13, maybe 14 and put metal into the microwave. And we all were like, are you fucking kidding?
Wow.
Like, is this a joke?
Are you all right?
She was like, I didn't know.
And the answer is nor.
Love you, Lou.
So other than her, they rocked. We had a good time, and the girl I shared a room with became really close to me. This is important to the rest of the story. The girl I roomed with, Mandy, wanted to live with me and another girl from our apartment, Anna, the following semester. We decided to move off campus and find a new place to live, because that shit's also expensive. But Anna and Mandy found this place way far away from campus, which was fine for them because they had cars. But my fat ass didn't want to have to walk or bike that shit. So I found a different apartment closer to campus and moved there with a friend I'd met in school and moved in with 4 other roommates. 6 people total. 1 fridge. Like, who the hell thought that was a good idea?
That sounds horrible.
In the end, Anna had to back out of living with Mandy due to financial reasons, and Mandy was left with 3 new roommates who ended up being total shit stains, who were awful to her and gave her crazy anxiety. I'm sorry.
I know.
So she ended up basically living on my couch and becoming our 7th roommate. Holy shit. Okay, backstory over. Sorry, I'm long-winded as fuck and don't know how to make things short and sweet. I am who I am. I am also Popeye. So in this new apartment, we were a mix of 1 freshman, 4 sophomores, 1 senior, and a sophomore stray we let take over our living room, aka Mandy. I shared a room with my friend Casey, and the only other girl you need to know the name of is the senior Stephanie. She mostly kept to herself. She was an English major, just trying to graduate. Although none of us were ever sure if she was actually attending her classes because we never saw that broad leave her room. Like ever. Broad. She was just always there. I don't know. Maybe she was some Hogwarts reject witch who had figured out how to apparate to and fro. But this hoe never seemed to leave. But like, you also never knew if she was home. Her door was always closed. And you could be home for hours and be pretty damn convinced you were the only one home. And then this bitch would just waltz out of her room whistling some weird ass tune, rummage through the fridge, and then mosey on back inside, not to be heard from again until like 3 days later.
Up until this point, great fucking roommate.
Sounds great.
Ideal.
Yeah. Also, this hoe never washed her dishes.
And that's where you lose me.
And that's where you lose me. And one time I knocked on her door to invite her to come play games with us, and her room was hella disgusting. There was shit everywhere, and who knows, maybe a dead body buried under the mountain of dirty laundry. You'd never be able to tell.
Ew.
Eventually, we learned to leave Stephanie alone because she was always grumpy and weird as hell. For the first few weeks, this worked out fine. But one day, the other 5.5 roommates and I, we always joked that Mandy was only a half roommate, were just chilling in the living room, getting to know each other better and stuff, when we heard the most haunting ass moan just come out of her room. What?
That's it. Just the moan.
We all just looked at each other, not sure what. I just picture you all just
freezing,
like laughing, joking with each other. You're just like, oh my God.
Whoa.
And everybody just stops and just stares in silence. Then we heard it again. My dumbass was just about to ask if we should go ask if she was okay when straight up shit hit the fan. Or the wall. Because this bitch was throwing books and shit against her goddamn wall and yelling like someone had just come in and stabbed her in the chesticles. We all froze in fear and straight up all
love that you guys just dipped. You're like, it sounds like she's going through it. She should have that alone time.
Sounds like she's dying. We should dip. We should dip the hell out of here. She says our Uber was there yesterday.
I mean, if she was already kind of sketch, I'd be like, you know what? That's for you.
Things like this started happening on the reg. Her having a complete meltdown and throwing stuff happened at least once a week. And when she did emerge from her lair, she would often be mumbling to herself, and we would occasionally hear maniacal laughter coming from behind her closed door.
That'd be so scary.
I'm still not convinced that she wasn't possessed by Satan himself, although Satan probs would have been way more pleasant to hang out with than her. And let's be honest, we would have had way more fun if he was around. I love you. Now remember our half roommate, half adopted stray Mandy, who sleeps on the couch because of her no good waste of space dumbass roommates? Well, she probably had the spookiest experience with good old Steph. So one night, I was in my room, blissfully dreaming about Gerard Butler or some other dreamy-ass man. Who knows what I was actually dreaming about, but, he's dreamy as hell. And all of a sudden, Mandy comes bursting into my room, waking up Casey and I, locks the door, turns on the light, and is whiter than my thighs after winter. She looks me dead in the eyes and said she was sleeping with me. Apparently, she had stayed up late, chilling on the couch and reading a book on her Kindle when she heard Stephanie's door open. She quickly turned her Kindle off and pretended to be asleep because no one wants to deal with Steph's crazy ass. And she heard Stephanie walk into the kitchen slowly while quietly singing the creepiest ass lullaby. I don't remember the exact words now, but it definitely had to do with death and demons. I don't think it was a real lullaby, but she sure as hell was singing it like one. She's like, it was about death and demons, so I don't think it was like a real lullaby you would sing to your kids.
Who knows, to be honest? Lullabies are fucking weird.
Yeah. Once she reached the kitchen, Mandy cracked her eyes open and could see by the light of the moon that Stephanie had walked into the middle of the kitchen and then just stopped and stood there for 5 whole ass minutes.
5 minutes is a long time.
I shit you not, you guys, just stood there like a psychopath staring into the void. And then she turned around and walked her spooky ass towards Mandy. She slowly, for some reason, I think calling people spooky is the funniest shit. Like when somebody's like, that person's spooky. I think it's so funny.
It makes me think of Katie Maloney from
Me
Vanderpump
too, calling Joe spooky. It's just like such a...
It's a read.
It's a read.
It's a read.
It is. So she slowly crept towards her, came right up on the couch and to the couch, and stared straight down at Mandy with her greasy ass hair hanging around her face like the Grudge herself just dragged her nasty ass out of the TV to get her next victim. Mandy tried not to scream. She said she was pretty sure she stopped breathing. After a full-ass terror-inspiring minute, Stephanie looked at her terror-filled face and whispers, "Trick or treat."
Can you fucking imagine?
There's an important thing here. It was mid-November.
I don't care if it was October,
On
November,
Halloween.
December, January, February, March, April, May, June, or July, August, or September. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's so fucking scary. It's giving, is Tamra home?
It absolutely is giving.
That was one of my best.
home?
I'd just like you to
That was a
acknowledge
good
that.
one.
Thanks.
That was a good one. Then she laughed maniacally and sauntered back to her room.
Just like, LOL.
And then she said, I shit you not, I cannot make this shit up. Mandy waited 15 whole seconds before sprinting like hell to our room, locking herself in and then spending the rest of the night crammed into my twin-size bed with me. And I don't blame her.
Me either.
She slept with me for the next week, but sharing a twin bed is literally the worst thing ever, and I toss and turn. So after a week of this, I told her that I loved her and would do almost anything for her, but I could not keep sharing that small-ass bed. She's like, I would do anything for love, but I won't share my bed. So we kicked her back to the living room couch, informed all the other roommates of this absolutely terrifying story, and decided that we would all be locking our doors from now on. So you're just leaving Mandy in the middle and locking all your doors.
Yup.
Damn. And that if Stephanie were to ever go batshit crazy, Mandy would just have to be the unfortunate human sacrifice that would appease the monster. Hashtag best friends forever.
Best friends forever. Just
So
best
that's
friendship.
the story of my roommate from hell and how Mandy almost became a human sacrifice.
Trick or treat.
I ended up moving out the next semester, and Mandy moved into my room. I don't know why the hell she still wanted to be there, but at least now she had a door she could lock. And I never had to deal with Stephanie, the crazy-ass, spooky, and deranged as hell psycho ever again. Mandy lived to tell the tale and is now happily married to a normal-ass man and is expecting her first baby. So yay, Mandy! Yay, Mandy!
Congrats.
Thanks so much for reading. I love you guys and your damn podcast. I love that you keep referring to it as your damn podcast.
I love that.
I like that.
We should work that in somehow.
We should.
And this is our damn podcast.
And this is
Morbid.
Morbid, our damn podcast.
I like it.
I like that. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you keep it weird, but not so weird that you go to college and don't know anyone, and then don't know how to do shit for yourself and try to put a whole ass metal pan in the microwave, and then have shitty roommates so you have to sleep on a couch and have a crazy psycho ass roommate who never cleans and throws things at her room and laughs maniacally and is spooky as hell and whistles and sings creepy ass lullabies and then stalks towards you in the middle of the night with her grudge ass self and whispers, trick or treat. Just not that weird.
I love just not that weird.
Just not that weird. That's
Keep it
all
weird,
I'm
just
asking.
not that fucking weird.
That was phenomenal.
So good.
So good.
Oh my god.
Lizzie, you rule, and I'm glad you lived to tell that tale because I appreciated
That's so funny.
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast. This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. I happen to be somebody that struggles with people pleasing. So a lot of times I will build things up and up and up and up and up and then kind of get to the point where I'm like, I need to let this out to this person. Even in 2026, that stigma and just stigma in general can get in the way of a lot of things, like getting support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking that first step yourself because you're busy. You're worried about what other people might think or telling yourself that you should handle this all alone. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, can be a space to slow down and talk through what's been building before it feels unmanageable. Just take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully qualified. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/morbid. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morbid.
All right. My next listener tale is called Close Call with Death.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Close call with death.
That got you.
That was so metal.
I know. It's like the mini morbid
Damn.
theme. All right. Hello, weirdos.
Hello.
After Close Call with Death. I feel so unhinged today.
That's like that meme with like the pink house and the black house next to each other. Hello, weirdos. This is Close Call with Death.
We also are the human version of
We
that.
are.
Like even right now. All right. My niece turned me on to your podcast, and I'm officially addicted. I've listened to every episode, sometimes twice, and I'm now going through all the spooky but hilarious listener tales. Thank you. After listening to a few, I've decided to be brave and share my own close call with death.
Ooh,
I have
brave.
Ooh, so brave. I have learned that fresh air is for dead people, the woods are for dead people, and sometimes roommates are for dead people.
Oh.
If you read this on the air, I'm not a writer, so please bear with me and edit as necessary.
Never.
No.
You're great.
You're awesome, Tiffany. To start, my name is Tiffany, and I made that up. I live in Southern California, that area, where everything costs 3 times as much as anywhere else, but the weather's perfect. Insert eye roll here.
Perfect for some.
Perfect. My spooky tale begins when I was 18 years old and decided it would be more fun to move out to an apartment where my 2 guy acquaintances lived instead of going to college. I was done with teachers and being told what to do, so I was going to prove my independence and forge my own way. Now, I was not just your regular run-of-the-mill young adult living the good life. I was a rebellious little shit who, fast forward 30 years, has her own young adult little shits. Karma is a bitch. I was living in a ratty 2-bedroom apartment in the next town over with these 2 guys that I kind of knew from high school. Let's call them James and Bill.
Uh-oh.
I don't really remember Bill too well, but James was great. He was easygoing, fun, looked like the typical SoCal surfer. We spent our time and money on drinking, drugs, hanging out, and accomplished absolutely nothing in the couple months that I was there. We were living the dream. There was a time when we spent all of our money on fun, quote unquote, and we had to literally exist on pinto beans for an entire month.
That's some real shit right there.
Literally. And Lord help anyone who ever came over that month. My mom wouldn't have approved, but what you don't know won't kill ya. Even though my new roommates were great, I didn't know them all that well and slept with a stun gun in case some creepo came creeping in my room. I'd make sure they got a real shock.
Hell yeah.
That's bad bitch
Get
shit.
'em.
Well, one dark night with the usual crowd over at the apartment, and after smoking a little weed, drinking a few beers, and feeling pretty good in general, I went into my room and was followed by a friend, Mike. He quietly closed the door to my room, approached me, and put his hands on my shoulders. I could feel the worried mojo energy coming off of him as I stared into his eyes like a deer caught in headlights. I knew he was going to say something I did not want to hear, and boy did he! He spoke in a low, raspy voice and said in a whisper, "Your roommates are planning to have someone rob your friend Dave and kill anyone else who happens to be in the apartment."
What the fuck?
I cannot begin to tell you the look on my face. Part shock, part disbelief, part, yeah, right, asshole. Disclaimer, my friend Dave was not an innocent guy. He sold products on a cash-only basis, if you catch my drift.
If you catch my drift.
If you know what I'm saying. So he always had a lot of cash with him, but surely he didn't deserve to be murdered.
Holy shit.
At first, my jaw hung to the floor as I processed this information and stared at Mike as if to catch the starting of a smile and realize I was being punked. Needless to say, I didn't get the reassurance I needed, and it sunk in that he was giving me a warning and was possibly trying to save my life. My friend Dave was supposed to be coming over any minute that night. So I frantically threw some clothes in a bag, grabbed my stun gun, and pieced right on out of there as
Holy
fast
shit.
as my feet could carry me. I ran into Dave as he was pulling up to the apartment. I jumped in the truck and just screamed at him, "Gun it." Now, Mike might have just been trying to scare me in my vulnerable drug-induced state, or maybe he was being a douchebag, but it got my attention and I moved out and didn't look back.
Holy shit.
Thankfully, no one got murdered at that apartment, and I decided maybe the straight and narrow path was a better fit for me.
Hey, just shook you right into that.
I love it. Well, now is where it gets interesting. Fast forward, and several years later, a husband and 3 kids later, I decided to look up some random people on the computer to pass the time. After all, I had 3 kids and I needed a mind-numbing activity. I went down a few rabbit holes, even looked up what Justin Bieber was up to these days.
As everybody does.
Of course. I decided to try to find my old roommate, James, and see what happened to him. I did the usual FaceTime, and I think Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, with no luck, and then just Googled him. Suddenly, there he was, an old picture of him looking like the sweet-faced surfer kid I knew back in the day, except wearing a prisoner's outfit. Yeah, he was in prison, serving life.
What?
To my shock, I read the story of what happened after I moved out. In fact, only a few months after I moved out. Yeah, a few months. Holy shit, just writing this brings chills down my spine.
What the fuck?
My old roommate James and a friend were working for a man doing odd jobs on his farm when they had the great idea that instead of working to earn the money, they could go ahead and rob the boss instead. One night, with plans in place, they drove a few towns over to where the boss lived in a rundown motorhome on a few acres. No one around for miles. Fresh air is for dead people. Loaded with a rifle, they climbed to a hill to stake out the place and hide and wait. Seeing another man on the property with the boss, James and his friend decided to wait it out. After a few hours of waiting and watching, they decided to go ahead and rob both men.
Holy shit.
They creeped down the hill like your worst nightmare coming true, robbed them, and shot them both in the back of the head.
Holy shit.
My palms were sweating at this point as I realized this could just as well have been me laying on the floor with a gunshot to the back of my head. Apparently, James was caught after blabbing to an informant, went to trial, and received 2 consecutive life sentences for first-degree murder.
Holy shit.
I was stunned. As I think back, I'm always grateful that I listened to my friend and trusted my instincts and noped the hell out of that apartment while I was still breathing. Anyway, that's my story of a close call with death. Thanks for reading, and stay weird, but not so weird that you end up in a shitty little apartment spending all your money on partying, eating pinto beans for a month, and living with a future double murderer.
Holy shit.
Isn't that insane?
First of all, holy shit. Second of all,
Holy shit.
Mike's a real one.
Yeah.
For pulling you in there and being like, get the fuck out of the apartment.
Because at first I was like, what the fuck is this
I
creep
was like,
about to do?
What's Mike going to do right now?
Like
But
closing the door slowly and
Yeah.
shit. But damn.
thankfully, Mike was on it.
Yeah.
And then for you being smart enough to not, because we've heard so many stories of like, you're stupid, no, blah.
Uh-huh.
And it's like you being smart enough to just be like, you know what, I'm out of here.
Not chancing that.
And for sleeping with a stun gun at like before that.
That's incredible.
Good job.
Yeah.
Smart. You're a smart gal.
You really are, Tiffany.
Tiffany, you're a smart gal.
Tiffany 5 ever.
5 ever. Let's see. Should I close it out with the ghost fan listener tale?
You've gotta.
Because I'm not even sure if it's roommate related. But you guys are just adorable. And I was like, there's a picture of both of them. And I was like, gotta read it.
Oh.
Gotta read it.
Gotta read it.
So it says, let's see. Dear lovely morbid ladies, my name is Neva, and feel free to use my name. I give no fucks.
That's a pretty name.
That is a really pretty name. I'm so excited to write into you chicks because I'm a 41-year-old goth kid who really enjoys the work you two do and I'm grateful to have found your podcast.
Thank you.
In love with you. I was inspired to write in because I am a giant Ghost fan. Seriously. I'm on concerts 9 and 10 this summer. I'm so jealous.
That's wild.
And have a ridiculous amount of Ghost merch. On top of that, my husband and I have nameless ghoul rings from thegreatfrog.com as wedding rings because it suited us so much more than being boring twats. No offense to anyone who likes to be boring. That's amazing. Anyways, I've included a photo of them and us for your viewing pleasure and apologize up front if this is a bit lengthy.
No, you guys are so cute.
I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the rings. John and I were talking about it recently, actually. So, like, I'll be on board with you here. That we were like, if we got married now,
yeah.
He was like, my. Like, he was
it would have. I'm like, it's gonna be such a different vibe when you get married again
when
to
we
each
marry
other
again. But he was like, I feel like you would want like Tobias Forge as Papa to officiate our wedding.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Full gear.
Yeah.
Full gear.
And like black bridesmaids dresses.
Oh, it would be so much
Do you think
fun.
you'd wear black?
I totally would now.
Yeah.
I think I was like much more concerned with like upsetting anyone
Yeah.
back then. But
Well, it's hard when you have like you know.
yeah, you have like grandparents around that
Yeah.
you don't want to upset and stuff. Like I was much more like not comfortable with with being a little I don't know how to explain it, like disruptive back there then. So I think I like
Now you've leaned full-fledged into
now
being
so
disruptive.
I'm very comfortable with being weird. So
I like it.
It would be a different situation now. But he was joking about that, and he was like, "Imagine if you could just have ghosts be like your house band for your
You
wedding."
should do like a 20-year like what is it called?
Vow renewal.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Do that.
That'd be fun.
You get one
Why not?
life.
Why
Why not?
You get one life. Have another party.
That's also my motto. Live and
good
leave,
motto,
live,
I
and
think.
you have one life. Have another party.
Have another party. I love it. So I'm with you on that for sure, Neva. The tale I have to share is ghostly and fun, and I think back on the experience fondly. I grew up in San Diego, California, and after years of living in the part of San Diego no one gives a crap about, I was finally able to move into an apartment in the pre-gentrified area of San Diego called City Heights. It was a slightly rundown part of town, but close to the best cemeteries, small clubs the band I was in played at. You're in a band too.
That's cool.
And all of my band friends. It was very common for apartment buildings in City Heights to be smaller 2 to 3 unit buildings with a main detached house in the rear near an alley. Sorry. My roommate and I lived the second floor unit off 36th in University, which had a delicious chicken and ribs place on one corner and a strip club called Club Fantasy on the other.
That's awesome.
I used the smaller of the 2 bedrooms in the apartment, and shortly after moving in, I began to notice some strange things happen. Near one of the living room windows, I would see balls of sparkling light that would get larger and larger, spin around, and then disappear.
That was me.
That was just me. This happened multiple times. My cat Lexington, what an amazing name, would also be caught staring at the same window, wide-eyed and bewildered, so I can only imagine what he saw. Things only got more interesting with time. For example, my bedroom window faced the alley where a bright light was always on, and there was no balcony, walkway, or anything on the second floor. It went straight down to the ground. My room was completely dark, and the only light that was coming in was from said alley. I was sitting in my living room and had gotten this funny sense that I should look up. I obeyed. And what the fuck do I see? A solid black silhouette of a head and shoulders that looked like a young boy with a bowl haircut. LOL. It literally says LOL. That moved across the window and then disappeared into the darkness. Like, what the fuck?
That's horrifying.
I sat there frozen and couldn't believe what the fuck I just saw. I told my roommate what happened and she looked at me stunned, then said she wants to try to make contact with it to see if we can learn anything about anyone residing in the apartment with us. Now, don't judge me. We used a Ouija board. I'm not judging you.
I'm not judging you.
I know. Always seems to be bullshit, right?
Actually, no.
I don't actually know.
Actually, no. Always seems to be downright terrifying and people end up cursed for life.
I don't normally care for them due to a bad childhood experience, but I said fuck it and we busted it out. Within 10 to 20 minutes of starting to ask questions, the planchette started moving. Both my roommate and I fiercely promised we were not pushing it. I decided to ask, "What is your name?" It answered, "Christopher." I then asked how old he was, and he answered, 13. Finally, I asked, Are you the boy who I saw in my room? And it answered, yes. Both me and my roommate released our fingers from the planchette and screamed because we both had no other reaction there was no other reaction we were capable of. I politely said good night to Christopher and asked no further questions.
Fantastic.
To wrap up this bizarro tale, I'll tell you my very last interaction with Christopher. I was in bed with the door shut, lights off, and the roomie had taken the cat into her room for the night. I'm the type that likes to leave a leg out of the bed under the blanket when I sleep.
That's insane.
Even if the chances of the monster under my bed grabbing me and sucking me into a dark abyss are high.
They
fuck
are.
it. I like to live dangerously.
You're a bad bitch.
After I closed my eyes to enter dreamland, I felt something that shook me to my fucking core. Very softly, I felt something graze the back of my calf, like someone had run their hand very gently across my skin.
Christopher, that's a little creepy.
Christopher, consent,
Christopher,
baby.
you're getting handsy.
My eyes immediately opened, and faster than you can say holy shitty titty balls, I pulled my leg under my blanket and curled into the fetal position. I was terrified. Shook was an understatement. I had never experienced anything like this before, but after I calmed my tits, I took a deep breath and calmly said, okay, I understand you're here, but I want to go to bed now, so you need to go. And I never saw, heard, or felt anything from Christopher again.
Wow.
I hope you two enjoyed this, and I want to say thank you for all the hard work and dedication you put in your podcast. So keep it weird, but not so weird you keep a leg out while trying to sleep, risking eternal darkness in the abyss while a bowl cut having ghost gropes your leg. Spookily yours, Neva.
Spookily hours. I love it.
Spookily ours, Neva.
Oh my God.
You guys are adorable. I'm obsessed with your rings.
I'm
I just
obsessed
love
with
it.
all of these listener tales. We need to do another installment of like worst roommates.
Yeah, these are fun. I love
make
doing
the
the theme
subject
ones.
line like nightmare roommates.
Yeah, if you have any like crazy ones.
Exactly. And obviously don't forget to go watch Worst Roommate Ever on Netflix. It premieres globally on June 26, 2024 this year, motherfuckers.
And in our description for this episode, we'll have like a link so you can go check out and see what it's all about.
Yeah. And for all you weirdos who listen early and ad-free, you can catch up on the first season now, so that way you're ready when the new season drops. Hell yeah! Worst roommates ever on Netflix. Do it. We hope you keep listening.
Bye.
No. And we hope you. We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you...
She's not singing. Keep
it weird.
But not so weird that you have a crazy college experience of witchcraft and attempted murder, because that one was absolutely insane. And
That
I
was
really hope
nuts.
Ella's doing better. Definitely so weird that you and your hubby get matching ghost. What are they called?
Wedding rings.
Wedding
Nameless
rings.
schools.
Nameless school.
Wedding
That's what I meant. Nameless school wedding rings. And definitely don't keep it so weird that a ghost with a bowl cut touches your leg, because I think you might be cursed for life now. Do keep it so weird that you shit a myopic spooky dookie in the tub, because that's fair enough. And keep it so weird that you wake people up in the middle of the night and whisper trick or treat to them, but never so weird that you are gonna rob somebody. But do keep it so weird that you sleep with a stun gun underneath your pillow. Okay, do it. Oh, woo. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Peace out. Deuces. Arrivederci.
Deuces.
I don't know how to say bye in any other. Ciao.
Walmart shoppers, meet the debit card designed with you in mind. The Walmart Money Card offers up to $75 cash back on purchases at Walmart each year. Early direct deposit, overdraft protection, and so much more. When Walmart is your everyday store, you need a card to match. That's the Walmart Money Card. Open your account today. The Walmart Money Card is issued by Green Dot Bank, member FDIC. Fees, terms, and conditions apply. Visit walmartmoneycard.com to learn more.
Talk about regrets. We all know someone who's been in a car accident and said, I don't need to call a lawyer, only to regret it after their pain and damages were worse than expected. When someone hurts you, you deserve to be compensated fairly. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, fighting for the people for over 35 years. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com/podcast. That's forthepeople.com/podcast. Their fee is free unless they win.